What's up guys, welcome to Blake's Garage. So today I'm going to be changing the oil on the 2017 S3. Now, why am I going to be doing that? Because it's winter? No it's not. Well, I mean, kind of winter time, but because it's a track day in 2 freaking days, we're going to Laguna Seca in this thing. So if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, I definitely highly recommend to subscribe, hit the bell, get notifications, and check out more of my videos. But yeah, we're gonna hit Laguna Seca, and it's gonna be freaking sick. It's the first time I've ever done that track, and it's the first time I've ever tracked this car. Now, I've done plenty of autocross events in this car, so again, hit the little eye up there in the corner if you want to see this thing ripping around. Actually, I'll just insert some rippage right here. The Black Optics Dynamics tires and wheel package right now, which has probably P0s, but we're not going to race on those. We're going to race on the NT01s. Let's go ahead and throw those on the car. Boom. All right, so there they are. NT01s are on, and now that the tires are on, I want to talk a little bit about oil. So I got this Raven oil right here. This is 5W40, what the car takes. I got 6 quarts of this. Picked it up from Motorsport Fluid. I'll drop a link down below. Those guys have high-end race oil, so check those guys out. So I'm gonna be using some of this German-made MAN filter. That filter also comes with an O-ring and one of these. So this is actually a tool to remove the drain plug. There's kind of a controversy on how you change the oil on like an Audi or lots of European cars, for example. Now, Audi at the dealership, they actually suck it out from the top. They have an extractor. I don't think that's the best way. I think that that leaves a bit of sediment in the bottom of the oil pan. Now, the reason they do it though is because this is the drain plug right here. This is a plastic drain plug. So it pretty much goes right into the drain plug, becomes one, boom, nice and tight, and you can remove the drain. Now these have a tendency to break. So I went ahead and I bought a 4-pack of these because, well, I don't want to be stranded if I need to have one of these, right? That's not one of those things you want to do. So I got the car all jacked up in the front. I just put some little jack blocks underneath it. I put the little ramps under there. I really like these. They just come in really handy. Also, my next favorite thing for doing anything underneath the car is that little creeper right there. Once you're at this point, you got to just remove this little fake cover that Audi gives you. It just has 4 little tabs. It's just an engine cover, and right there is the oil filter. So after you take that top off, you got the little dipstick right here. There's the oil filler cap right there. You're gonna need a 32mm socket wrench to go ahead and remove the oil filter cover. You can pick these up relatively cheap. I know most people do not have these in their toolbox unless you work on a lot of German cars. I took the oil cap off, that way it lets the oil flow more freely. Now another thing I like to do is just throw down a piece of cardboard. That way any splash gets on the cardboard and not on my concrete. Right here is the oil drain plug, and all we got to do is use the tool that I provided in the link down below, insert that, and twist out. All right, here it comes. Boom. Drain plug looks to still be intact, so that's good. You could probably reuse this. I'm just gonna put a new one in just cause. Surprisingly enough, I didn't get any oil anywhere. Well, at least not yet, so that's good. All right, so I'm grabbing a 32mm socket and I'm just busting this loose real quick. Now we're gonna replace the O-ring in here as well. So make sure to do that. Here's where you're gonna grab your new oil filter and go ahead and install it. Make sure that it's fully seated in the bottom of the housing. And then we're gonna replace the O-ring on the outside of this. That came in the kit, so we're gonna go ahead and replace that right now. So I went ahead and put the new O-ring on, put a little bit of oil around that O-ring right there. And now I can go ahead and reinstall the cover into the car. Now that that's all sealed up, we're just gonna go ahead and reinstall the oil drain plug. Let's give it a nice twist until it pops into place. All right guys, now it's time to put in the oil. Now this Audi does not have a very good oil funnel hole. It's kind of semi-blocked, but that's okay. A lot of these higher end oil companies, they'll give you a nice little filler that pops out, which is great. The oil capacity on this engine is 5.7 liters. I went ahead and put in 5.5 liters. I'm gonna go ahead and start up the car. That way it primes the oil filter and sucks up all the oil. Then I'll turn it off after I run it for a minute and then top it off by checking the dipstick. I already checked the dipstick on the car. It is at the full mark. However, we know that's gonna go down once the engine starts to cycle. All right, so I just ran the car for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and check the oil, clean it off real quick, shove it down in there. It actually does lock in place, which is kind of cool. As you can see, it's probably about a ½ liter low, which, you know, sounds about right. And we're gonna go ahead and add that until it is full. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and put the car back on the ground. That way I can check to make sure that the engine is level. I'm gonna go ahead and top the oil off, and then we should be good to go. All right, check it one more time. Oh yeah, we're good to go now. So I can go ahead and throw the cover back on the car. All right, we're ready to rip. The last thing you're gonna wanna do is go to your vehicle mode, in your drive select, hit the button to the left, go down to service and checks, hit enter. You're gonna see service intervals. You're gonna hit enter, and you're gonna hit reset. So you can see I had 4,900 miles. I'm gonna reset the oil. Do I really want to reset it? Yes, I do, because I just changed the oil. And boom, now I got 10,000 miles. That pretty much wraps up the video. So it does show that you still can change the oil just like normal. It's very straightforward, very easy. You know, you just need the special tool, and the tool is like 15 bucks or something like that. So it's really not that bad. I'll put links down below to where you can buy all of this stuff to do it. And yeah, make sure to subscribe, guys. We'll talk to you soon, later, and wrench on. Track day coming up soon, so check it out.